It's the 8:05 post show from the North Shore of Oahu, the Billabong Pro Pipeline CT1, the first stop on the championship tour, and we have started that road to the final five. Kaipo along with Laura Enever, as well as Ross Williams. There's a lot to unpack today in action. I'm going to start with you, Laura, and your thoughts of what we just saw with Jack Robinson.
Wowee, what a final. It was down to the dying moments. Anything could have happened, and that's what kept it so exciting. You know, challenging conditions there. That wind picked up, but seeing those boys attack those waves, it was a good job.
Yeah. The challenge of today, Ross.
Yeah, it just was ever-changing. We saw some, good size this morning and some barrels, and then it slowly but surely dropped a little bit. So it was whoever could sort of bend with those conditions, and Jack was standing at the end. He's so versatile. We know how good he is when the waves are pumping, but he can get the job done when it's grindy too.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at our bracket into finals day for the men and the road for Jack Robinson. We start off with a stacked field in some challenging conditions, Laura, but the cream rises to the top.
Yeah, all day has just been so exciting. From the quarterfinals, like Ross said, we've had barrels, we've had everything, but seeing Jack, look at him, so focused. This heat with him and John was absolutely bonkers. They went back to back, barrel for barrel, turn for turn, and just the fight back from Jack. He's looks like John had it all, wrapped up. He had the rhythm at the start of the heat, and then Jack turned his heat with 3 minutes to go. It's unbelievable finding these waves all over the reef and just hanging on there for dear life. He's so strong. You can tell he's done the work. Oh, Benny's giving him a lot of leg massages.
Yeah, the road to the final for Jack Robinson started with John Florence, Ross, and then a informed Joao Chianca was going to be the next challenger for Jack Robinson in the semifinal.
Yeah, definitely a really difficult road for Jack to get through John and then Joao and then eventually Leo. He's going to feel really good about this victory. Those are tough competitors. But Jack is scrappy. He's got such good positive energy. He seemed to be open to it throughout the entire event, and it really helped him.
And let's not forget, Jack also got past Gabriel Medina in the round before, so what a road.
Jack was able to share a final with his childhood friend, Leo Fioravanti. The two have known each other since they were just tykes, since 12 years old. Now they found themselves on the top of the peak in the CT final, and Jack continued making smart decisions, Laura.
For sure. I still remember the days when they both had their little bowl cuts coming to the all the contests when they were 12 years old, and to see these two match up in such an important but incredible final, both of them wanting to have the title of the Billabong Pro Pipe champion. But Jack Robinson was just too good. Like you said, Ross, too versatile. Leo, what a run he had. He seemed unstoppable in form. And it was anyone's game.
Leo's first CT final, so the Italian is starting off strong for the 2023 championship tour. But we are celebrating a title, a champion, a pipe champion in the way of Jack Robinson.
Well, Laura, you mentioned their bowl cuts. Jack was unbeatable. He had the best bowl cut in the history of surfing. So if that was an indication, of course he beat Leo.
Yeah, there's the numbers. I got another great stat for you guys. It's 24 for 4. Jack Robinson has surfed 24 CT events. He has now 4 CT wins. That is the quickest ascent to 4 CT wins of anyone on tour, and the 4th highest of all time. Tom Curran being the top, Sean Thompson, Mark Ridges, and now Jack Robinson. And so it's a pretty impressive number that Jack put up. And if you notice, the 3 guys of all time ahead of him were all world champs. So is that the future for Jack Robinson?
It's really good signs for him, and he did turn it around. We were talking about it during the final. He was almost known for being kind of inconsistent and more of a free surfer just a short while ago, and then he found that passion for winning. He found out how to appreciate the grindy conditions and how to get those W's. His small wave surfing has really improved too in the last few years, and look out for him. He definitely could win a world title.
Like you said, he feels like Jack Robinson has been around forever, but this is only his 3rd year on tour, and to be where he is now, 4 wins, it is telling signs that he's here to stay for a while.
Oh, yeah, he's here to stay. Let's make it official, and I'm going to throw it down to Joe Turpel for the awards presentation. Take it away, Joe.
Thank you so much, Kaipo, and thanks everybody here. Give yourselves a round of applause, a part of surfing history today. You guys are the best fans in the world. Thank you so much. What a way to kick off the season of the 2023 World Surf League Championship Tour here at the Billabong Pro Pipeline in loving memory of Andy Irons. This event is so special. Our favorite to kick off the year, and the title showdown and the performances were unbelievable. Let's give it up for all the women out there that have been creating history now for multiple years at Pipeline, crowning new champions once again. So special seeing those performances lift each and every year. A lot on the line this year in 2023 as this event at Pipeline is the first opportunity of the season for the surfers receiving CT ranking points, which will also determine who will qualify for the 2024 Paris Olympics. How cool is that? We're going to be following that road all season long and keep you posted on the qualifications. Fans are great. The community is great. The locals who love this wave, thank you so much for watching the world's best compete on your favorite wave in the world. We are so grateful as well to be kicking off the tour right here in Hawaii, the birthplace of He'enalu as a cultural practice and a competitive sport. We'd like to mahalo first and foremost Kanaka Maoli, as well as Kama'aina, who for generations embodied true aloha in sharing and perpetuating surfing while stewarding these oceans and coastlines for everyone to enjoy. Mahalo to Hawaii, the North Shore community, and to all those who have come before us here today, bringing us together through surfing. Thank you so much. A lot of special people to thank. I want to start with Pastor Dennis Salas. Thank you so much. The Irons Ohana, Lindy and Axel up here on stage. The Moniz Ohana, the Chandler Ohana, the DeSoto Ohana for hosting a beautiful opening ceremony. We can't thank you guys enough. That was incredible. Of course, we'd also like to thank the City and County of Honolulu, State of Hawaii, the North Shore community, and the committed Pipe local contingent for sharing every day with us down here on the beach. All of our partners that makes this so special, celebrating 50 years. Big thanks to Billabong, the Hawaiian Islands, Red Bull, Shiseido, Yeti, Craft 1861, Pacifico, Apple, Surfline, 805 Beer, Sambazon, Turtle Bay, Spectrum Hawaii, Mananalu, True Surf, and Surfshark. Put our hands together for all of our supporters at this amazing event. Also the Hawaii Tourism Authority at home in the Hawaiian Islands, Lulu's Lei and Bouquets for the beautiful lei you're going to see on all of our finalists, and Jesse Miley Dyer and the Irons Ohana as well. Thank you so much. These trophies are very, very special. Kelly's got 8 of them. That's amazing. The winners are going to receive, the Jerry Lopez 7.0 Lightning Bolt Pipeliner, shaped by Jerry himself. A legend of pipe, but a master in the shaping room as well. And the artwork, it's a tradition done by Phil Roberts from Florida. And also our runner-up will receive a painting done by Phil Roberts as well. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks, Phil, once again, to make that so special. Up here on stage with me, someone that works tirelessly for the World Tour. World Junior Champ, longtime competitor, Chief of Sport, Jesse Miley Dyer. Let's hear it for Jess. Thank you for all you do for surfing. Kicking off another fantastic year. Let's hear it for Lindy Irons once again. Always sharing the aloha spirit with all of us. Axel Irons as well. You've grown up on this stage, my friend. Can't wait to get some waves with you. Now let's get to some trophies. I'd like to introduce a man that puts in more work than I don't know about anybody in the world, that's been through so much adversity, up and downs, falling off tour, coming back, injuries, and he always comes back better. Your runner-up in the Billabong Pro Pipeline from Rome, Italy, Leonardo Fioravanti. This guy blitzed the Challenger Series last year. I feel like that name just suits it so well. Challenger, and he dominated that role. He's been put there so many times, but he's back and better than ever. To feature in his first CT final of his career. And here's your beautiful painting. Hold that up quickly. Phil Roberts on the artwork there. Wow, what a special day for you. I know how hard you work. Your heats are so entertaining to watch. You seem like you've got a command of your career right now. How good does it feel to be standing on this stage looking at Pipeline?
I mean, this is a dream come true, honestly. I mean, I've grown up watching every single, event here since I was 10 years old, and, watching the guys get on the podium. And just to be here on the podium, I know Lindy's here, and just to have, a trophy that has Andy's name to it as well, which he was one of the greatest here, means so much. And also, having my girlfriend, her family, which is my family, and everybody supporting me today was very, very special. So, great day.
Thinking about this wave as well, tough injuries, the back injury we talk about all the time, to where you're standing today, that has to be extra special as well. How far you've come.
For sure, this wave has, put me in the hospital for about 6 months when I broke my back when I was 17 years old. But it's also given me so much, and this is just one more thing. So thank you, Pipeline. Thank you to all the locals that let us surf it all the year. Hawaii is a special place for surfing, and I'm grateful to be on the podium at such a special event.
Opening round heat, John, Gabriel, elimination round. Look where you're standing now. You've got to be proud of yourself.
Yeah, that heat was a dream come true heat as well. I didn't put the performance I wanted, but yeah, like you said, I'm on the podium now, and that means more than that heat, that's for sure.
Leo, you're number 2 in the world. Best of luck, best of waves here at Sunset Beach.
Thank you.
What a legend. Like to introduce a very special human that repeats success around the world, but specifically in pipe and backdoor. Let's introduce a 2-time champ, runner-up this year in the Billabong Pipe Pro, Tyler Wright. Tyler Wright, back-to-back titles in 16 and 17. Good job. Got a nice little lei for you and a beautiful painting done by Phil Roberts. Tyler and Carissa have given us so much entertainment. You want to hold that up real quick? Beautiful, isn't it? There's something really special about watching you surf. I mean, we watch you for a long time. You've had so many great joys on tour, from your Bell's win, your world titles, but something feels refreshed in just watching you ride a wave again. Can you tell us about what we're seeing?
Honestly, we had a really nice off-season. A lot of work went into performance, and a lot of work went into building my body back. I've put on some weight. And I've been working with Andy King and Jason Patchell from Surfing Australia. They've been amazing for me, and really put a lot into my mentality of how I wanted to approach a year and what was really important for me. And I couldn't be prouder of this event, actually. I'm really happy, and it's a really enjoyable process for me. So I want to say thanks to those guys, and also Kakoa Bacalso, Bam. He's like... he's been in my corner the whole time. He's literally taught me from knowing zero out here to what I know now. So I really appreciate Bam and everything he does for us kids in the house, and his energy and his support as well.
The results don't lie, especially the vision that you put in a backdoor and pipe over the last few years. The surprise role in the continuation event from the Maui Pro to winning the event here, semifinal last year, runner-up this year. That's an unbelievable track record at a really new wave on tour. That must feel amazing to see that relationship that you have with this place.
Yeah, the relationship's building. I think I said it last year, give the women an opportunity out here, and we will build. We'll have Pipe Masters. We will have a whole tour that is so well equipped to take on this wave. We've just never been given an opportunity until 2019, and Jessie's really made a huge effort to get the women here, and I cannot thank her enough for seeing the vision of knowing that the women deserve to be at Pipe, and you can see that how much more comfortable we've gotten just in essentially 12 months of knowing that this wave's on tour permanently for us now. And I think that's massive shout out to the WSL for putting that effort in, seeing that, and seeing how women's surfing can grow and build. And now you guys got Pipe Masters, so sweet.
Tyler, you're number 2 in the world. Another stellar performance. Best of luck from here on out.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
One more time for Tyler Wright, a 2-time world champ, runner-up. in the Billabong Pro Pipeline. I'll just trade places with you. And now let's put our hands together for this man all the way from WA, Western Australia. Already 4 CT wins in a very short period of time. And now he's got the big pipe trophy. Your champion of the Billabong Pro Pipeline, Jack Robinson. It's always destiny for Jack to be up here one day, but he always talks about this wave with humility, with respect. Lost in the round of 32 last year to Joao Chianca. Had a few early losses before making the final series. That surfboard is shaped by Jerry Lopez himself, and the artwork by Phil Roberts. You gonna ride that thing?
I think he would like me to ride it, huh? Maybe, huh?
I think that's one of the most special feelings. What is it like to actually have it in your hands?
It's kind of interesting because I was thinking about ordering a board from him like for a long time, like the last month or two. So it's kind of interesting how things work, huh?
Wow. Big on visualization. I really like that. And see this role of winning, Jack. We've seen you in real time, competing for a world title, but kind of forget all that for the moment. This is Pipeline. This is the one that stands alone, and you finally did it.
Yeah, it's a long time in the making, but you know, I feel like it's not just the wave, it's the people too. Uncle Kimo, his whole crew, everybody that watched me grow up. It's an honor, man. Seriously, come here for so long, maybe 15 years longer, I can't remember, but have so many friends here and just the people who support me, the good mind and the good energy. Man, no words for this. It's just respect.
When we saw your road to the final, it was unbelievable. Yeah, you can let it go. Let's hear it for Jack. Your road was unbelievable. I mean, we were picking your highlighted moments from where we sit. What about yours, from getting another great matchup with Gabriel Medina along the way to John Florence, to Leo Fioravanti, a guy you literally grew up with around the world as childhood superstars. And where does it start for you as far as highlights go?
This is the biggest highlight for now. Yeah, and but they're all good, you know what I mean? Like even the first win, it's just, they're all so special. It's, you don't even really have any words for it. It's just, especially here though, the support, everyone that's here, my whole team, Leandro, Bemi, it's Julia, my mum's here, everybody's here. This one's the most special, I think. Yeah.
We're gonna turn this jersey into yellow before you get to Sunset. #1 in the world. Heading into a wave that you love so dearly, and you've had a lot of success. That has to feel incredible.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, just super grateful, and yeah, start here in Hawaii. Yeah, hopefully we get some good waves for that one, but it's a long road ahead, and you know, I'm just getting myself ready to run that road. So yeah, it was a low one last year, but a lot of learning too. You know, like you finish the end of the year like at a low point, but you learned a lot. You know, so there's just no price on that, and experience. You know, so just working my way.
Well said, Jack. Well surfed. Enjoy your moment. Have some fun tonight.
We'll do. Maybe the Volcom house is going to fall down. We're going to be too many people up there.
Jack Robinson, your champion of the Billabong Pro Pipeline and #1 in the world. Wow. Keep the celebrations pumping. We got a very special human being representing this island, Oahu, a native Hawaiian, #1 in the world once again. Let's hear it for your champion of the Billabong Pro Pipeline, Carissa Moore. Comes aboard. Jerry Lopez was shaping all of his boards back when he was ruling this wave at Pipeline back in the 70s and winning his pipe titles. Have you had one of these yet?
I feel very fortunate. We actually had these beautiful boards made for our Maui contest, but this is the first one that says Pipe Pro, Billabong Pipe Pro, so this is so special.
You've worked so hard, Carissa, on this wave, coming up on the calendar and taking everybody by surprise, and you put your head down and committed. And after all those runner-up finishes, leaving with one thing left to do, and you finally accomplished this first place trophy at Pipe. What does that mean to you?
It means everything. It's not just today. It's an accumulation, like you said, of years, and especially the last couple of months of work. And I wouldn't be here today without my incredible support crew. And I want to say a big thank you to my coach, Love Hodel. I've been working with Swell Patrol, Rick Memzik, and Lisa, my sports psych, Daniel, my trainer, Aaron. My dad was here with his family, and my sister, and my incredible husband. And all my family and friends to get to surf in front of the home crowd and feel your support. Thank you, everybody here, so much.
Carissa, for all you've been through, from last September to where you are right now, that road that you went to be back to #1 in the world, what's gone on through your mind as you channel through those emotions?
I mean, it was a heartbreaking end to my season last year, but I truly believe everything happens for a reason, and it's taken a little bit of time to lick my wounds and get back up, but like I said, I'm here today with all the love and support with so many people, and I'm just grateful to be doing something that I love and to have the opportunity. Thank you, WSL, and giving us a platform out at Pipe. It's been so inspiring to watch the field of women just really step it up year after year, and Moana leading the way. It's been so fun to surf with her out the last couple months out here. She's been pushing it, and yeah, I'm just really, really grateful.
Besides all the big names and all those crazy moments and big scores, what are the true highlights for you throughout this week at the Billabong Pro Pipeline? What's really standing out?
There's been some incredible surfing going down. I think, you know, having this be our first event of the season, it just brings back all the feels and all the excitement and nerves, and getting to see my surfing ohana again and travel with these incredible humans. I think that's been the highlight most of all.
You and Tyler Wright seem to match up in more finals than anybody in surfing history. I think that's actually a record for most finals surfed together. That was your 11th together. This one at Pipeline, this one with the win. That's a rivalry right there. What's it like to see each other as both as world champions going head-to-head for these event titles for all these years?
I mean, only so much admiration and respect for Tyler. Not only is she an incredible talent and competitor, but an amazing human. And we've come against each other so many times. It is familiar in a way, but you know, I always know I'm going to get a good battle with her.
Carissa, enjoy your moment. You're a Pipe champion. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
Carissa Moore, #1 in the world. Jack Robinson, #1 in the world, and the champions of the Billabong Pro Pipeline. Let's continue the celebrations here as we send it back to the 8:05 post show with Kaipo. Take it away.
Thank you, Joe. Back here at the 8:05 post show, and that was a great moment. We made it official. Hey, look at it. Ross, third time's a charm for Carissa Moore. This is her third final at Pipeline, but now she's got a title.
Yeah, I mean, she really deserves it. She's been putting in a lot of hours out here at Backdoor and Pipe. She's got the competitive savviness, and she's got the skill. She's a hard worker. It's really no surprise.
Let's take a look at our winners right now and the prize trophies, the Jerry Lopez surfboards. This is our brackets, Laura, and a look at Carissa Moore's road to the final.
Yeah, it was no easy task. She actually came up against so many of the young guns. Molly Picklum in the quarterfinals, Betty Lou in the semifinals, and Tyler Wright in the final.
It all started here, quarterfinal with Molly Picklum. Pickles, Ross, was in great form throughout the event, but not good enough to beat five-time world champ Carissa Moore.
Yeah, what sets apart Carissa from some of the grommets, you know, she's not as sendy. She's really calculated. She always makes sure she maximizes her percentages and gets the good waves. She really knows how to line up out here, and she's more consistent.
Then in the semifinals, Carissa Moore had to come up against a young lady that she mentored from childhood in the way of Betty Lou Sakura Johnson, but Carissa Moore again came out on top.
Yeah, and she was so patient in this semi-final. She waited for this one for about 12, 15 minutes, And it really paid off. Betty Lou really just didn't get started, and Carissa just shut the door with that incredible ride there. One of the best female barrels of today.
Then it came to the final, the 11th time Tyler Wright and Carissa Moore have met up in a CT final, but this time there was no stopping Carissa Moore, Ross.
Yeah, and you know, she had a lot of patience. Again, you know, she's such a reserved competitor, and she stayed put there and waited for that wave. It was the best wave of the final, that barrel for Carissa, and it paid off. Just barely. It was a close one.
Yeah, tight final there, back and forth throughout that 35-minute final, Laura.
This was the wave. She needed a high 2 with about 2 minutes to go, and she shut the door, and you can see the emotion there from Carissa. You can just tell how much this meant to her to get back on the horse after losing everything last year at the end of the year and come out on top here. Like you said, she's been bridesmaid for a while, and now she's finally the Pipe Pro champion.
Well, it's a great way for Carissa Moore as well as Tyler Wright to start off their championship tour campaign. I mean, when we look at the final 5, we got to include them in our thoughts. But it is a long road, Ross.
Yeah, we're just getting started, and looking at the schedule ahead, you got Sunset Beach, you got Portugal. It's going to be cold, icy, big old caverns everywhere in that beach break. So it's a long year, but you hear that from everyone. They just try to take one heat at a time. Here, Jack always says that he's religious about it, so you can't get too ahead of yourself. Yeah,
well, let's take a look at our women's rankings leaving Pipeline, heading into event number 2, the Hurley Pro at Sunset Beach. Laura, there we go.
Yeah, the big 10,000 points for Carissa Moore, Tyler Wright second, Lakey. Unbelievable that those 3 were also in the semifinals last year. Betty Lou in the semifinals as well. But this is going to be a wild year. I cannot wait to watch it all unfold. Those rookies and the young guns down the bottom, I can't wait to see what they bring with their spark to Sunset Beach.
Well, let's have a preview of Sunset by looking back to 2022, Ross, where Brisa Hennessy took out her first championship tour win.
Yeah, remember, you know, the conditions on this day were really tricky. It was between Sunset Point and normal sunset, and you really had to pick the eyes out of it. And also, the key to success at Sunset Beach is finding a wave that stands tall and gives you a proper section. And Brisa did a great job on that rail.
Laura, it's also about learning to swing around big boards.
Yeah, and Brisa's had a lot of experience with that. She grew up basically on the North Shore surfing pro junior events out here, and that really showed when she was in that event, her first win, and what a special moment that was. I think she'll be hungry for another.
Yeah, well, and it also shows, you know, how unpredictable Sunset is. It really is a playing field that evens out the playing field, where it doesn't really favor any surfer in particular because it's such a varied, big expanse room of play.
Yeah, exactly. And wave selection is everything there, because if you're not careful at Sunset Beach, it's a deep water wave. You can do a lot of cutbacks. So it's those surfers that are really aggressive, like a John, like a Jack especially, that find those sections that stand tall and they crack it.
And do you know who I think is going to be dangerous? I think Stephanie Gilmore will be back for blood at Sunset. I know she's been putting in a lot of time and energy out there since she took her elimination round loss out here. So I think she'll be wanting to climb the rankings out there and put in some work.
Yeah, well, the grace of Steph Gilmore and the big faces at Sunset Beach makes a lot of sense to me. Let's take a look at our men's rankings leaving Pipeline, Laura. Jack Robinson's on top.
Unbelievable. So cool. I mean, we knew it was coming. Jack and Pipeline, they just seem like a match made in heaven. And, you know, just, yeah, wild to see this top 10 standings right now. It's going to be very exciting heading into Sunset. I'm excited to see John and Geordie, see what they can do. But yeah, love it.
Jack Robinson's going to be wearing yellow when he returns to Sunset Beach for stop number 2. We're taking a look back, Ross, at 2019 when Jack Robinson was dominant for a win at Sunset Beach.
Yeah, this got him graduated up into the CT ranks. It was a big win. He got some really nice barrels. Hopefully we get some good swell on the horizon where we can see that inside pull at Sunset flare up. That's probably the best part of the wave there at Sunset. And Jack, you know, we talked about how much time he spends here on the North Shore, and he knows all these lineups. And Sunset, man, that is a big lineup to know.
And these deep, heavy water waves, they just suit his surfing so much. You know, Margie's, all those waves in WA, he's just, so comfortable out in them.
Well, I mean, fitness is going to come into play. It's a long paddle, long hold downs, big wave. Jack Robinson to the win there, riding a Sharp Eye surfboard this year. And speaking of Sharp Eye, let's take a look at our CT Shaper rankings, because Sharp Eye, Ross, up on top as we kick off 2023 with these rankings.
Yeah, so Marcio right now walking around with
yellow jersey,
his shoulders back. He's feeling a little good about that, and it's going to be fun just to watch these guys talk trash.
Yeah, they get men's and women's points starting at the quarterfinals. And Laura, it's not a mystery that all of the big board building houses are representing in that top 5 right now after event number 1.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously have the most surfers on tour represented for all these boards, but you know, I think everyone knew Sharp Eye would be hard to beat going into this. But I'm excited to see the Tokoros and the Arakawas and all the other Hawaiian shapers scoot up.
Yeah.
After sunset.
Well, speaking of top 5, should we look at today's top 5?
Kaipo.
Let's go. Top 5 moments. Billabong Pro Pipeline Finals Day. And we got to go to quarterfinal number 4. Jack Robinson versus John Florence. This was a battle, Laura.
This was a battle, and it looked like it was all going John's way. He started quick, and he just had the rhythm, you know. The team John, they were in the yellow shirts over in the yard next door. But then halfway through the heat, maybe about the 8-minute mark, Jack Robinson got back-to-back scores and literally flicked the switch and turned the heat like that.
Jack making it happen. Ross finding some tubes and really some diamonds in the rough.
Yeah, that side slit barrel from John was definitely the highlight of that heat, but Jack had the stronger backup score, and it made the difference.
Number 4, we want more. In the way of Carissa Moore, clutch barrel for 8-point ride in her semifinal.
Yeah, this was against Betty Lou, and she waited so long for this barrel, and I just love the way she slid into it. That's so hard to do, to get in right from the takeoff there. 8 points, that would have felt so good. I interviewed her right after this heat, and she just said, oh my goodness, there's no better feeling than that. That was stressful.
Number 3, bravo, Fioravanti with his best CT finish to date, his first CT final. The Italian came through.
Yeah, he's a good fighter. You know, he just looks for those waves and is really has high focus and did a good job kind of finding those sections, where to hit it, where to look for the barrel. He spent a lot of time here at Backdoor and Pipe the last few years, and it's paying off.
Yeah, such a feeling, happy, and a great start for Leo Fioravanti. Number 2, it's a pipe champ, Laura, Jack Robinson.
Must feel so damn good. You know, he's, like you said, 4 wins already, 3 years on tour. He just, he was incredible today. Versatile barrels. He just made it happen, and he's just got this really incredible flow and connection with the ocean right now. Ripped a fin out of his board, but there we go, the win.
And the chair up the beach for Jack Robinson. A good feeling after a hard-fought day. And at number 1, she's going to be back in yellow. Carissa Moore takes the title for the women here at the Billabong Pro Pipe.
Yeah, you know, and her road to victory, she smashed Molly, she smashed Betty Lou. So a nice statement from the veteran, you know, taking the grommets out, putting them on notice. Everyone's talking about Betty Lou, everyone's talking about Molly, but Carissa, she's still the reigning champ, and she told them, hey, come and get me.
She seems just unstoppable. You know, we talk about Carissa, and, you know, she's been on tour for so long now, but she just is as hungry as ever, and she's so competitive. I love it.
Final thoughts, Laura?
Final thoughts. Wow. I mean, Carissa and Jack, I would have picked them in my fantasy team. So, yeah, pretty incredible.
I did, actually, Ross. Final thoughts?
Well, you're good at this game. You know, it was a tricky contest. The waves were pretty tricky, but at the end of the day, you have to be really steely nerved, and you have to make the right decisions at Pipe and Backdoor, and it's like this. And it was really fun. A lot of drama.
Yeah. Well, thank you, guys. And remember, the Hurley Pro Sunset Beach, that's going to kick off February 12th. Go to worldsurfleague.com for the updates and enjoy today's highlights.
Aloha, everybody, and welcome to the Billabong Pro Pipeline in memory of Andy Irons. The opening day of competition is upon us for 2023.
Nowhere to go.
Go, Jake Marshall in a backdoor barrel of his own, still going, and he's coming out.
It's written in our bones, sparing a cry, what's smothered in blood.
Oh, look at this little wave dropping in. Jordy Smith coming out. Iago Dora and Pipeline disappearing and coming out.
Maybe we'll rise or maybe we'll fall.
This is Kelly's 31st appearance at pipe in competition on the championship level.
Abracadabra.
Backdoor pulls in, slotted deep, and finds the exit.
Looks like a good one. Betty Lou, Shreddy Lou in the barrel at backdoor and re-emerges.
Under the hook, no problem. Big active finish. Fitzgibbons, backdoor, gets there.
The biggest upset of the day so far. Did it go out the back of the red white?
Backdoor pitch. Bettina heading that same direction. Wide open. This thing is a cave.
I think it's pretty funny.
The South African matchup in the barrel and backdoor.
It's funny, cause it just wasn't honey. And you thought that I was great, but it just
John, backdoor, long wall, but even John will not find the exit door there. No, he does! What just happened? It's finals day at the Billabong Pro Pipeline.
Something's telling me potentially you're the one out in the lead. You know I like it, keep doing it. I don't want to interrupt.
Finds a little more of a corner, finds a little bubble, gets through that section. Nice carve in some difficult water. Back up into the lip again, and a fist pump for Leo Fioravanti. Kyle jumps in the barrel, disappearing, and Kyle coming out at the
The hot young Brazilian Joao Chianca.
4, 3, 2, 1.
What a heat. Jack Robinson taking on John Florence. Jack gets the lead change as he's into his first semifinal here at Pipe.
I'll see you guys next time. Sorry.
Well, Tyler Wright on to the finals. Carissa Moore in another final here at Pipeline. Leonardo Fioravanti's first CT final. Bravo, Fioravanti.
Carissa Moore, the champion of the Billabong Pro Pipeline and #1 in the world. And it's all over. Jack Robinson is your champion of the Billabong Pro Pipeline and your new world #1. This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.